Hello, Tube of the U. I'm back with yet another Transformers unboxing. And if you'll remember correctly, I think 2 videos ago, I introduced a new type of character in a way. And that type of character was a triple changer, a robot that had 2 alternate modes. And that character was Octane, who was the refueling truck and the refueling airplane. This is another triple changer today. This time, well, I guess although Octane was a Decepticon and then an Autobot, I consider him at heart a Decepticon because that's where his first impression was for me. This one's on the other side. This one is an Autobot, and this character was introduced in the Transformers movie from 1986. Like a lot of the more recent ones that I've done were like Wheelie, RC, Ultra Magnus, Cup, all those guys, Rodimus, Hot Rod, Rodimus Prime, they all came from the Transformers movie with that introduction of the new toy line. Another one of the main players from those new Autobot characters introduced in the movie is none other than the triple changer, Springer. This particular toy is actually the first one I've bought of a different Masterpiece scale brand called Open and Play. And his name is Big Spring. So this is the first of a new type of toy, just like Octane last week or 2 weeks ago was, oh God, not Make Toys, whatever he was. He was the first of a new type of brand I haven't tried yet. Because I've bought all the Masterpiece ones I possibly can. I'm still going on X-Transbots, but for the ones that are too expensive with Masterpiece or X-Transbots or whatever, I'm looking for alternate brands. And so Springer was the cheapest, Open and Play was the cheapest Springer I could find that still looked like a good rendition of Springer. But anyways, as for Springer, he was introduced in the movie, like I said, and he was one of the main new Autobots. You know, you had Ultra Magnus, RC, Hot Rod, Cup, and probably Springer were the big 5 of the new Autobots from that movie. And Springer was like, I kind of compare him to the popular high school quarterback. He was confident, he was capable, he always got the ladies, like him and RC had some sort of thing going on, and just kind of a leader, and you could tell in the way he, even in his voice and the way he talked, you could tell that Springer was a capable, important Autobot when you saw the movie sort of thing, right? And then, of course, moving forward in the series after the movie, he played a big part as well. So here is a few clips from the second episode of season 3 after the movie, where Springer kind of, the first couple aren't a lot of action going on, but it showcases his relationship with RC Rodimus and what they thought of him as kind of a leadership figure, that sort of thing. And then afterwards, in the last clip, a bit more of an action clip from him. So let the camera roll.
Rodimus, me Grimlock say you wake up.
Is it bad?
I'm no doctor, but it doesn't look good.
Is he gonna make it?
I'm no psychic either.
My time in the light is short.
That's what Optimus Prime said when he was dying.
Springer, my friend.
He's preparing to pass the matrix of leadership to you.
His judgment is obviously impaired. Forget it, Rodimus. You're just gonna have to stay alive.
You must...
His life force has slipped away.
The Transformers will return after these messages. We now return to the Transformers.
Nothing. No life force at all.
No!
It's true, Grimlock. He's gone. We'll take the body back to Cybertron for interment.
Me Grimlock say he alive! No matrix of leadership!
He's right. If Rodimus were dead, the Matrix would have emerged.
But if he's not dead, where is his life force?
The quintessence. He alive! Me Grimlock love RC!
I didn't save him. He came out of it himself.
We thought we'd lost you.
No, I was inside the Matrix. I know now who kidnapped the others. They hidden inside you? No, you bozology. Remember when we were shot down over the planet Quintessa? We were tried and sentenced to die? Me Grimlock rescue you!
You must be kidding.
No, it's true, he did. But we never knew what our crimes were. That was a strange thing. But there isn't time to talk now. Let's get to Quintessa.
Sorry, Rodimus, you're not going anywhere but to Cybertron to recover.
Quintessa, that's an order.
What is that? 86% probability the rescue expedition.
Everybody, ready!
Looks like the old empty rockoroid trick fooled him all right.
Excellent. Our estimate of their arrival time was accurate to within plus or minus 5 minutes. Yes, now we must escape.
Grimlock, jump! Geronimo!
Keep fighting. We could win this thing yet. Possibly, but I wouldn't wish to wager on it.
Grab on! Let's get to the ship.
Great idea, but there's a problem.
We don't have a ship.
But it's okay, we got backups coming. Springer to Autobot fleet. Nice shooting, Silverbolt! We're about to enter the atmosphere. Prepare for rescue operation. They have a massive proton cannon targeted on us. Air 8, you and Skydive take out the cannon. Firefly, spot Rodimus and the others. Slingshot, get in there and pull our guys out.
They believe they have won. A pity we shall not witness the horror on their faces as they die. Activate the core bomb and move us out of range. I shall miss Quintessa, but the destruction of the Matrix is worth even this.
Autobots, let's get out of here!
So there you can see, like, as Rodimus thought he was dying, he was prepared to pass the matrix of leadership to Springer. Like, that's how highly thought of Springer was from his fellow Autobots at that time. So you can see kind of his importance to the Autobots, and of course in the action sequences after, that he is a capable warrior as well. So let's have a look at his G1 figure. Here it is. overall, for you know the G1 toy line, I thought that it was a pretty good figure, especially his alternate modes. I thought his car and his helicopter were pretty good. The robot mode could have used maybe a little bit of polishing or a little more work, but it was still pretty good. But especially his alternate modes I like. I never had Springer's G1 toy, and I don't actually know anybody that did. That's a toy that you know, most of the Transformers characters, some of them I had, and then amongst other friends and family, you know, you probably, I've played with most of them throughout my years, you know, and I've seen most of them, sort of thing. But Springer's one that's kind of eluded me, and I've never seen his G1 toy up close and in person, sort of thing. And I was never really after his too, because I like Springer, but he was never one of my favorite characters in the series. He was just kind of there, and although like I did like him, but he was never, you know, he was never one that I wanted to pursue or was a favorite of mine. So, but anyways, let's see. I'm sure this is going to be a much better version than the G1 toy line was. So let's get him out of this box and see what an open and play toy looks like. So here we go with Springer, aka Big Spring, and as you can see, Fuzz has chose to join us today. She was on the ottoman before I got in here, so I just kind of moved it over thinking she was going to jump off, but lo and behold, she seems to be happy where she is, so we'll just do this around her, I guess. All right, Fuzz, you ready for Big Spring? There we go. Interesting box. Oh God, he's big. He actually seems a little bigger than Masterpiece scale, I would think. And he doesn't come with any instructions. What the fuck? Seriously, he has no instructions. We got more tape. Oh. So, that's the first time something like this has ever happened. So here he is. Like I said, he seems pretty tall, pretty big, which is cool. I just hope he fits into the whole Masterpiece size. His sword kind of clamps into his back there, and I think this doubles probably as his helicopter blade. Maybe. Hey, what? Fuzz, why you gotta do that? So yeah, well, here he is. We have Springer. Tires are rubber or plastic? They seem almost like a rubbery plastic. Huh. Anyways, here he is, unboxed, with no instructions. So, there was no time lapse for transformations because I don't know how to transform them. I started picking away at them, just doing some stuff and going, and then I was like, you know what? No, there's just, you know, I could be doing things to him that are to be done for his car mode, and then other things up here that are supposed to be for his helicopter mode. You know, without the instructions, especially on a triple changer, I'm not even gonna go there. Now, as far as the figure goes itself, it seems to be mostly plastic. I don't think there's any metal. Most of the joints seem to be pretty tight. The only one that's a little bit loose is this one in here where he bends at the waist. He seems to fall forward. He's a bit top heavy. But the wheels and stuff, like, I think they're plastic, but they seem more rubbery kind of plastic, and they seem to be good quality. Everything seems to be pretty good quality, and it looks just like Springer, you know, just like he does in the cartoon, only you know, so true to form. And I'm sure the other modes look good as well. The only thing that concerns me about him, other than the whole thing coming with 0 instructions, so bizarre, is the fact that he seems big. He seems more like almost Optimus Prime sized from my other figures, more closer to a Soundwave or Megatron even. Not quite that big maybe, but still he seems bigger than I kind of picture him being from the cartoon. Like, to me, he was just always one of the more average, regular-sized Autobots. Not the little guys, not a big guy like Prime or whatever, but those average ones in between, right? But he seems pretty big and bulky to me, which is fine because he's amazing. But at the same time, I hope he fits in on the shelf and doesn't look too out of place if he is indeed. Maybe he's fine. Maybe I'm just in my brain it's a little bit off right now. But maybe he'll be fine and he'll fit right in. But that's really my only concern about him, is just he seems a bit big, and of course missing instructions. But otherwise, this thing looks pretty cool, pretty good rendition of Springer. So sorry about the more brief nature and less detailed nature of this video, but without instructions, there's not really much I can do about him. So I'll be back next week, I'm pretty sure, with a character that will come with instructions, and we can at least make an attempt on a transformation. So until then, have a great week, and soon weekend. Yay!